Oh, glad to see you're back. And this here is an air compressor that we're going to talk about here for a little bit. And this is a smaller unit, 3/4 horse, 3 cubic foot unit. And this is a nice small little unit that you'd use for using maybe a finish air nailer or some small staple nailers. Or you want to have, you can put a blowgun in it with a hose, of course, that you would attach to blow off things maybe. It's a little small for blowing out airlines or anything that you like at your house for your water sprinkler system, or the airlines maybe in your trailer, only because there's not a lot of volume here. So once you've opened up the valve and you've sprayed, or you let out the air, of course, and the compressor kicks on, you got to wait for it to build up before you can push the air again, and the air is going to fill up your water line. So I'd use something probably a little bigger. But those smaller jobs, it's fairly transportable. It's basically a matter of hooking your airline on, and whatever you're going to use. A lot of them are finish nailers, which this is ideal size for, because it holds enough air to discharge the gun and drive the nail in or the staple in, because they're a smaller chamber on the nailer. Now, another thing is you have gauges. One is usually for the tank pressure, and one is usually regulates the air coming out to run your tool. So you'd usually set them to the manufacturer's spec on the gun. It could be around 90 to 100 pounds, but some tools say don't go over a certain pressure, or you damage things inside your air tool. So be aware of that. Don't just crank them right up to the maximum and let it go. It may work for a while, but if you have your tool for a period of time, it may be damaging to it over a period of time. One thing to remember on air compressors is a byproduct of compressing air on a compressor is water vapor. And if you start storing these compressors outside, and particularly in the wintertime, and leave it in your garage or somewhere it can freeze, you could damage it. And particularly if you don't drain it all the time, because the compressed air generates water vapor, which sits in your tank. And that's why they give you a little discharge on the side of your tank, not only to release the air pressure, but release the water that's inside your tank. If you use this all day in a very hot, high, humid day, and at the end of the day, you could probably open this valve and tip it, and you're going to get a fair bit of water coming out. And if you don't take your water out, that's just going to keep accumulating inside your compressor, and that'll displace the amount of air you can also hold in the tank, but also work its way up into the chamber and start causing some damage to your compressor. So remember to drain it all the time. Your drain doesn't have to be cranked on real tight, but make sure that it at least closes so you don't leak air. So that's a good little compressor for some of the smaller jobs. Good one to have around the house, maybe even to blow up the tires in your wheelbarrow or your car, some other small area where you need some compressed air. And you can get some other accessories to go with it depending on what you're going to do around the house. So there's something else to consider. Hopefully this helps you out, and don't forget to subscribe.